Sam, I'm in trouble.
What's the matter? I'm busy right now.
My grandpa is in the hospital. He seems to have a pretty serious illness.
What does it matter? It's none of my business.
What? What's that? He's my only living relative. Aren't you being a little too cold?
So what? It's not my family, and it has nothing to do with me. Why don't you just worry about him on your own?
That's terrible. You don't have to say it like that. I want us to be there for Grandpa as much as possible.
Huh? You want me to go to the hospital too? For what? There's nothing we can do about it, right? You're not a doctor. What are you going there for?
Because I'm worried about Grandpa.
That's none of my business. Besides, what the hell are you doing leaving the house like that?
It's important for me to go to the hospital, but of course I do my housework.
It doesn't look that way to me. The house is a mess, and even dinner is not good these days.
That's not true. I work hard every day.
That's enough. Your housework doesn't satisfy me at all.
Why are you so demanding?
If you'd do better, I wouldn't complain.
But right now, I'm worried about Grandpa. You don't have to tell me that now, do you?
I'm saying that's being naive. You have to take care of the house first. He's not your family.
He's my family. He's very important to me.
Then do as you want, but it's none of my business.
You really are a cold person. I wish you'd have a little more compassion as a human being.
You grew up spoiled, so you don't see the reality.
You don't have to say that.
Besides, my mom says you should do your chores better.
Molly said that? I'm trying so hard.
You're not trying hard enough. You're part of the family only if you do everything perfectly at home.
I do my best for the family every day, but I don't like to be told like that.
You just need to fix what you're being told. Your attitude is the problem.
My attitude is the problem?
That's right. I'm telling you to think about us more and act.
But I still can't leave him alone.
If he's so important, why don't you just move in at the hospital?
I can't do that. He wants me to stay home.
Then you have to be more efficient. You have to take care of the house perfectly. My mom did everything perfectly. You should learn from her.
But she was a housewife, right? I have a job too.
That's just an excuse. I'm sure you can do it if you put your mind to it. If you do that, people will stop complaining.
But I don't know what to do anymore.
I'm saying that's being naive. You should work on yourself more.
That's enough. I can't follow what you're saying.
Well, then do as you please. Hey, it's been a month since your grandpa was hospitalized, right? How's his condition? Well, I'm sure he won't last long, but I just thought I'd ask how he's doing.
What the hell is that?
Your old man's in danger, isn't he? Is he going to heaven soon?
Why are you saying that all of a sudden? Grandpa will be fine.
He's not okay. You've been going to the hospital so often. There must be a reason. Grandpa's in danger, isn't he?
Well, that's true, but I'm sure Grandpa is still fine. You know I want to believe that, don't you?
But he's already over 90. He's lived long enough. Let him get some rest.
Why do you say that?
What? You're making a big deal out of it, so I'm just showing you the reality.
He's the only relative I have.
I know that. But you know what? It's not like he did anything to me, so it's none of my business.
It's because my grandpa didn't think too well of you. It's also because of your attitude.
Huh? What did I do? I'm just saying I have no obligation to your family.
To Grandpa, I'm his only granddaughter. You told me what to do in front of him and made fun of me. That's why he got sick of you, so I don't blame him.
I just treated you what a normal husband would do. I'm your husband, so I'm supposed to be the big guy, right?
That doesn't mean you have to act like a big shot. Well, there's no point in arguing about that now. Anyway, I'm still at the hospital, so I'll see you later.
Why don't you ask the doctor? How long do you think he actually has?
You're not seriously saying that, are you?
Why not? I'm just being realistic. I'm just thinking about the future. Not a bad thing, right?
That doesn't mean you can ignore all my feelings. Don't you understand my feelings?
Yes, I understand. But I want to know when I'm going to get my inheritance. Even my mom wants to know.
What? What are you talking about? Why does your mother want to know about the inheritance?
Because your grandfather is rich? You're the only family he has left since your parents passed away. And we're honestly looking forward to inheriting his legacy.
You're the worst. I'm so sad and my grandpa is suffering so much. Are you saying that you and Molly only think about the inheritance? Don't you think you shouldn't be talking about that in front of me?
You can't blame me, because that's actually what's going on. I didn't have anything to do with him, and I'm not interested.
Not interested?
I do feel a little sorry for you, though. But I'm actually looking forward to the inheritance. Do you already know how much you're going to get? Do you talk about that kind of thing?
We haven't. That's enough. I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm going back to the hospital room.
You should ask the doctor. How much longer do I have to wait for my inheritance to come through?
Whatever. I'm gonna go now.
Elsa, I heard from Sam.
What?
Why didn't you tell me about it? We are family, right? When you're in trouble, you have to talk to me. I heard that your grandfather is in critical condition.
Thank you for your concern, Molly. Yes, he's in a pretty bad condition right now. I hope he manages to pull through.
That's not necessary. We should just let him rest in peace.
What?
We've already bought a house, and we're looking forward to living together from next month. It might take some time for you to get used to the new environment, though. Well, don't worry. I'm basically going to let you do the housework. If you don't want to do it, maybe you can hire a housekeeper. Don't worry about the little expenses, because everything will be gorgeous in your new home. Finally, I'll be a celebrity. It's been a long time to come this far. I can't believe the life I've been dreaming about for so long is now a reality.
What are you talking about? A house? Don't tell me you decided on this without telling me. Living in a new house is such a big decision.
Sam told me you're going to inherit $5 million. We've got to make good use of that, don't we? We have to plan well for our future.
Now my grandpa is in critical condition. Why are we talking about money and houses? I can't think about such things at such an important time.
I'm talking about realistic matters. We've already signed the contract for the house. To be honest, I need to get the money as soon as possible. So you're not going to prolong his life or anything anymore, are you? Do it quickly.
That's enough. So you bought a house by relying on my inheritance? I can't believe it.
Huh? Sam said we should do that. I agree with that. I think he made a wise decision.
Sam? You decided on such an important matter without consulting me? It's our future. Why are you going ahead with it on your own?
It's not just the house we bought, you know. But that's okay. We have 5 million, so don't be stingy. From now on, let's all get along, shall we?
That's enough. I already know what kind of people you are. I thought I understood you before, but now I realized who you really are. I really can't believe it.
What are you messing around with? Oh, we are not going to the funeral. We are too busy getting ready to move. You can take care of the funeral, and all on your own over there. You have money, so you can handle it, right?
Yes, you don't have to come. Goodbye, forever.
Hey, you're a real goof, aren't you? You should think about how we're feeling. Are you trying to harass us?
What?
Isn't it about time you finished everything? Hurry up and put the money in.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I don't know if you were busy with the funeral or what, but you haven't been in touch lately. What have you been doing?
I've been busy. Even though my grandfather, my only family, passed away, you didn't even show up for the funeral. You wouldn't understand how I feel.
I was busy too, getting ready to move. And I don't like funerals or heavy atmosphere.
And you went on and bought a house with Molly without consulting me. And trying to have me pay for it, right?
It's a house for our family, so there's no problem. Did you inherit $5 million? If you did, transfer the whole amount to my account. Mom is asking about the money too.
You're only demanding my inheritance, aren't you? Really, you're so pathetic.
What's your point? You're my wife, so your money is our family money. We even bought a house for us to live in together, you know. It's time to pay up. Just do it.
Why would I pay that kind of money? Why would I have to live with you guys?
What kind of a joke are you talking? I'll live my life with the $5 million you inherited. Give all of it to me and my mother.
I don't have a husband.
What?
I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but I'm already divorced from you. You have no right to demand my inheritance, and you have no right to anything else. Didn't you know that?
What are you talking about? We're not divorced. Don't talk nonsense.
I was divorced early on because I knew what you two were up to. So I'm single. Is there a problem?
Come on. We're not divorced. You're not making any sense. Are you crazy because your old man is gone?
I was sad when Grandpa passed away, but I'm glad I'm divorced from you. We really are divorced. If you don't believe me, why don't you go check with City Hall?
Huh? Divorce, really? You filed for divorce?
Yep, I did. I'm glad I kept what you wrote down before. Before the talk of inheritance came up, you were always saying, I'm divorcing you, and then you put the divorce papers on a desk. You probably didn't know I was keeping them.
You kept them? Really? Why did you do that? Are you seriously planning to divorce me?
It's not that I'm going to do it. I did it. You're a stranger now, so don't count on my money, okay? I divorced from you before my grandpa passed away, so you won't get a penny.
Huh? You're joking, right?
I would never joke about that. It's really pathetic of you to rely on my inheritance to buy a house. When did I say I would give you the money? Of course, I'll decide how to spend the inheritance I'm going to receive.
Wait a minute. So you're really saying that we're divorced and I can't receive inheritance?
Of course not. You have no right to anything.
What? Then what about the house I bought and the car payments? I didn't ask you to divorce me at this time without my permission.
I decided when I divorced from you. When you handed me the divorce papers, it means you intend to divorce me, right? You underestimated me, disrespected me, and said you'd kick me out any time.
Did I say that? I don't remember exactly.
You always said that every time we had a fight. I've learned my lesson. I don't even want to see your face anymore, so I guess I'll never get involved with you again. But take care.
Stop joking around. I already bought a car and a house. If we can't make the payments, we're in trouble. What are you going to do?
You seem to be in a panic. What are you going to do? It's none of my business.
Of course it's your business. I bought it because I thought I was going to receive the inheritance. Why are you being so irresponsible? Come back now.
You can't ask me to be responsible for something like that. You can't ask me to pay for those things that you, my scum ex-husband, purchased on your own, mistakenly. Well, there is no going back. Why don't you go live in the house with your beloved mother? It's none of my business.
There's no way I can pay. I bought it thinking I would get the $5 million. Give me the money. I didn't hear that I can't accept the inheritance. Hey, I'm really in trouble, so do something about it.
It doesn't matter what you say now. I told you we're divorced, remember? And I'm not in the US anymore. It's no use trying to find me.
What? You're not in the US?
You've been ordering to do everything until now. But from now on, it's useless. I am about to move abroad and live a comfortable life.
What are you talking about, moving abroad? I didn't hear anything about that. How dare you go overseas without telling your husband?
You're not my husband anymore. Can you please shut up? Your life is over. You shouldn't have spent that much money. Well, it's your choice. No inheritance.
Wait a minute. Where are you? Don't joke about overseas. Come back.
I can't do this anymore with you. I couldn't bear it for a long time already. This time, it has reached my limit. Then, take your debt and get along with your mother. Don't ever contact me again, you piece of scum.
Elsa, I need to talk to you. Can you reply me as soon as possible?
What's this about? I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Sam told me. Are you guys really divorced? That's a joke, right?
No, it's not a joke. We are already divorced.
I hope you will seriously reconsider about your grandfather's legacy. As I'm sure you understand, our lives depend on it.
It is not my problem. Your lives are your own.
We've already bought a house, and we're getting ready to move in. Sam is also having a hard time at work and seems to be under a lot of stress, so maybe you can help us out a little?
That's your own convenience, isn't it? It has nothing to do with me.
Please help us. If you give us your inheritance, we can all live happily. Let's continue to get along as a family, as we always have.
I am no longer family with you people. I have decided to go my own way.
Elsa, I'm really in trouble. I believe you can help me.
My decision will not change. I don't want to be involved anymore, so goodbye.
Oh no!
After that, Sam and Molly contacted me repeatedly asking for help. At first, I ignored them, but they were too frequent and annoying. I blocked all their contacts and decided to leave everything after that to my lawyer. Sam and Molly relied on my inheritance. They had purchased a house, a car, and jewelry for Molly. However, when it became clear that there was no money to pay, they panicked. In the end, they had no choice but to sell them off and use the money they got to pay off their debts. As a result, they are forced to live a miserable life and spend their days blaming each other. Their dreamy life in that mansion was over in an instant, and they were left with their life in a shabby apartment. All of this was the result of their own selfishness. I, on the other hand, decided to devote myself to my work so that I could start over. I went through some difficult times with the divorce and the death of my grandfather, but I changed my mind by focusing on my work. As a result, my abilities were recognized and I was given a new project to work on. I am now able to live a fulfilling life by moving forward with my work.